There is a fundamental difference between being present and being powerful, between being available and being valuable. The world is full of people who show up, who clock in, who appear, but leave no impact. They are present in the room, but absent from the mission. They are seen, yet not felt. They are available, but they have not yet become valuable. Now listen to me. This is a warning and a wake-up call. Because merely being available means nothing in a world that rewards value. The world does not pay you for your time. It pays you for your impact. It pays you for the problem you solve. It pays you for the weight you can carry and the results you can deliver. And if you want to rise, if you want to take your life from average to extraordinary, you must cease to aim for availability and begin to demand of yourself value. What is value? Value is when your presence changes the atmosphere. Value is when your name brings trust before your voice is even heard. Value is when your absence is felt because you were never just around. You were essential. Let me tell you something powerful. You will never be indispensable until you become invaluable. And you will never become invaluable until you master your mind, develop your gifts, and discipline your soul. You must stop trying to be everywhere and start becoming exceptional where you are. Because in trying to be available to everything, you become useful to nothing. Spread too thin. Pulled in 1,000 directions, always responding, always showing up, but never changing anything. And that is not greatness. That is not mastery. That is not your destiny. You were not born to float. You were born to build. You were not born to react. You were born to create. And creation requires depth, not just presence. You must grow roots, not just branches. You must build substance, not just surfaces. People say, "I'm always here if you need me." And that sounds noble, but the one who's needed most is the one who brings solutions. Don't just be here. Be helpful. Don't just be present. Be profound. Don't just respond. Reshape. You must look deep within and ask yourself, what problem do I solve? What burden do I carry well? What transformation do I bring when I arrive? Because if you cannot answer these questions, you are not yet valuable. And that is not an insult. It is an invitation. An invitation to begin the process of self-mastery, to take responsibility for becoming a person of weight in a world of shadows. Let me ask you this. What separates the man who is remembered from the man who is forgotten? It is not availability. It is value. It is the difference he made, the truth he stood on, the fire he walked through, the mark he left. You do not rise by being everywhere. You rise by being excellent somewhere. And you must choose. Choose your craft. Choose your path. Choose your mission. And then bury yourself so deeply in it that when they look at mastery, they see you. You will never rise until you commit. You will never shine until you suffer. You will never lead until you labor. And you will never be truly valuable until you stop asking, "Who needs me?" and start asking, "What legacy will I leave?" You must become rare, because rarity creates value. Diamonds are not found on sidewalks. Gold is not lying in the streets. The more rare the gift, the more valuable the giver. And if you want to become rare, you must refuse to do what everyone else does. You must study when they sleep. You must persist when they quit. You must be silent when they shout and move when they hesitate. You must go deep when they stay shallow. You must think long-term when they are ruled by urgency. You must love what you do so much that it transforms you into a weapon of wisdom, a vessel of strength, a furnace of purpose. Let them be available. Let them rush to every message. Let them chase every trend. But you are not chasing noise. You are chasing power. And you must understand this value is built, not born. Value is not about who your father is, where you came from, or what was handed to you. Value is about what you create. Value is about the price you pay in private to earn the rewards in public. You want to be valuable. Then stop looking for applause. Stop asking for likes. Start asking for impact. Start measuring yourself not by how many know your name, but by how many lives are better because of your work. Stop asking, "Am I seen?" and start asking, "Am I serving?" Because value is not about visibility. It is about usefulness. And the one who is useful will never be forgotten. A man of value knows how to say no, because he knows his yes carries weight. When you are valuable, your time becomes sacred. Your energy becomes focused. Your life becomes intentional, and the world begins to respect what you respect in yourself. Let the world chase fame. You chase function. Let them be busy. You be brilliant. Let them post. You produce. Let them be available. You become unshakable. Because the world may entertain the available, but it will always follow the valuable. You must decide today, what do you want to be known for? Not liked for, known for. Do you want to be remembered as a warm body or as a force? A name in the contact list or a name that lives on when you are gone? Because every single day, you are casting votes for who you will become. You are either building your value or burning your time. You are either digging deeper or drifting farther. And you must make this choice. Will you keep offering your presence, or will you become a presence that offers something? If you become valuable, you will never chase another opportunity. They will chase you. If you become valuable, you will never need to compete, because excellence has no competition. If you become valuable, you will walk into rooms and people will listen not because you shout, but because you carry something. And that something is not talent, it is not charm, it is not availability, it is value. So build it, live it, become it, because the world does not need another available person. It needs you, fully awakened, highly developed, and absolutely valuable. Value, my friend, is not something you demand, it is something you become. And becoming is never easy. It takes sweat, it takes silence, it takes isolation. The road to value is paved with discomfort, because you must do the hard work no one sees before you become the person no one forgets. You must face yourself in the quiet. You must confront your weaknesses and convert them. You must identify the gifts buried under fear and failure and forge them into weapons of excellence. You see, the average person runs from pressure. The valuable person invites it, because pressure is the furnace where purpose is forged. The man of value doesn't pray for ease, he prays for strength. He doesn't seek the shortcut, he embraces the grind. Why? Because he understands that what comes easy is never valued, and what is valuable will never come easy. People want the reward without the refinement. But let me tell you, there is no glory without grit. There is no rise without resistance. You will not become valuable by coasting. You become valuable by climbing. And when others stop halfway up the mountain, you keep going. Because you understand that the view is only given to those who endure. When you are truly valuable, your presence is not based on convenience. It is based on conviction. You are not swayed by opinion. You are not pulled by the tide of trend. You are anchored, grounded, centered. And that makes you rare. Now look around. What do you see? A world full of noise, a world full of distraction. A world full of people performing, pretending, posturing. They are chasing validation instead of transformation. They are available to everyone, and therefore meaningful to no one. You must not become like them. You must become dangerous in your discipline. You must become precise in your thinking. You must become ruthless in protecting your time. Because every moment you spend in mediocrity is a moment stolen from mastery. And if you keep allowing your attention to be hijacked by every ping, every post, every person who demands your presence without earning your purpose, you will lose the very thing that makes you powerful, your focus. Focus is the currency of the valuable. They guard it. They protect it. They leverage it. Because they know that whatever they give their focus to grows. You must not just show up, you must build up. Build your knowledge. Build your resilience. Build your craft. Build your soul. Stack brick upon brick until one day you look in the mirror and you no longer see the boy who was just trying to be noticed. You see the man who is needed. You become needed by growing depth, and depth only comes through discipline. It comes when you choose study over scrolling, solitude over noise, mastery over popularity. Let others chase quick wins. You go after eternal victories. Let others dance for attention. You stand for principle. Because in the end, those who are valuable are not the ones who shouted the loudest. They are the ones who served the deepest. The ones who sacrificed their convenience for their calling. And you know something powerful. When you become valuable, you don't need to seek opportunity. It finds you. Doors open. Not because you begged, but because you built something real, something rare, something the world needs. You don't have to scream when you carry substance. The room quiets when you walk in because people can feel the weight of your preparation. They sense the fire in your spirit. They recognize the investment you've made in yourself. They see it in your eyes. They hear it in your voice. They witness it in your results. Value is not announced, it is recognized, and those who recognize it will honor it. They will pay for it. They will protect it. Because value commands respect, not by force, but by fact. So I ask you again, are you just available, or are you valuable? Availability is easy. Show up, smile, nod. Value is earned. Day by day, thought by thought, habit by habit. You do not stumble into value. You ascend into it. And the climb is steep. It will cost you friends. It will cost you comforts. It will cost you the false praise of the crowd. But in return, it will give you clarity. It will give you conviction. It will give you a place in this world that cannot be ignored or erased. You must stop playing small. Stop diluting your power to fit in. Stop offering yourself cheaply. You were not made to be constantly available. You were made to be exceptionally valuable. And exceptional is earned. So I leave you with this truth. Burn it into your mind. You were not born to be ordinary. You were born to be necessary. You were not placed here to be just another voice in the crowd, but to become a voice that shifts the room. A voice rooted in value and purpose, in undeniable power. Don't spend your life just trying to be seen. Spend it becoming someone worth seeking. Don't just make yourself available. Make yourself unforgettable. Because when your presence brings change, when your work leaves a mark, when your name is attached to excellence, then and only then have you stepped into the rare air of those who don't chase opportunities. They create them. The world is not waiting for another available person. The world is crying out for someone valuable. Be that someone.